Sorry about that. Phone cut out real quick. So there you go. That's the reason why there's so much heat that Ben Affleck is taking because of the being cast for Batman. Came out of left field and was nobody's fan favorite. Quite a bit of history with his own films not doing well. Played a superhero before. People don't forget these things. And on top of that, the last thing to add is the fact that it's not even fully Ben Affleck's fault here. People do like him. Fans really were interested and keen on the idea of him directing the Justice League movie. So fans do like him, but not as a good amount of them, not as Batman. And to add on that, it's also the direction of the sequel of Man of Steel and the way they're going about doing the next movie. Snyder, the director, has already been quoted as saying it's more up to this. He's just kind of going with what the studio decides, and he's leaving a lot of things up to the studio in terms of this, the vision and things that are being written. And the last time we had a Batman movie where the studio was in control was Batman and Robin. So that's the fear here. Ben Affleck very much associated with I don't know if was he in Ocean's 11, but he has the stigma of Ben Affleck, Matt Damon, George Clooney, that world, that acting field. So that's why there's such a bad stigma here, and it reminds everybody of what happened with Batman and Robin. They don't want to go to moody Nolan dark tone anymore and just kind of want to liven it up a bit and get names, actors with big names to draw people in so they can just do whatever they want. That's the concern, okay? Now, as I promised, what if you do not like the idea of Ben Affleck being the Batman? Here's the bad news. It's probably going to happen. There were people that signed petitions, sent it to Obama to get involved and pull Ben Affleck out. In all likelihood, I just don't think there's enough negative backlash for Warner Brothers to really reconsider. They want to go for a big name. This is exactly what they want to do. Be damned if the fans are settled into a new Batman and accept them. I think it was a stupid move for them to do something like this and just throw in a new person out of nowhere, but whatever. Now, you can't change those wheels. They're already in motion, but let's just talk about the future of the Batman franchise, okay? Let them do whatever they want with the Man of Steel sequel, Snyder and whatever, that movie, right? Okay. They're bringing Batman in, and, first and foremost, I do want to say, let's try to give Ben Affleck a chance. If we can't kick him out, at least let's see what he has. I don't trust studio heads any more than you guys do, but there has to be something that the director and whoever tapped him saw in him. And I hope it's not just more for just a big name. I hope there actually is some talent that we have yet to see. I haven't seen much in any of his movies that lead me to believe that he could be the Batman, but I don't know. But let's just assume. Let's just wait and see, okay? Let's see if he can do it. But when I say that, I don't mean be the first in line to go see Batman versus Superman, Man of Steel, whatever. Let's just judge it by trailers. That's exactly what you should be doing. You go out, you see that trailer, you make a judgment call then and there, and you know what? If you're still not satisfied, then they did not do the job. They did not deliver the Batman that you want. And here's comes the hardest part for many people. Don't see the movie. don't see the movie. Don't buy that advance ticket. Don't stand in line, because if you give them your hard-earned money, then they already won. That's exactly what they wanted. They wanted people to get in there. And I know, this will be the biggest event, maybe. Batman versus Superman. And it's something that a lot of us have been waiting for, but is it truly what you wanted? That's the thing you're going to need to ask yourself when you start seeing the trailers. You know, like I said, let's give them a chance. Have you seen the trailer? See how he presents himself, not just as Batman, but as Bruce Wayne. And if that's something you think you can watch, and he looks like they delivered, then by all means, watch that movie. But if you're skeptical, then I really do think you do not watch this movie. And I will be one of those people, if I'm not impressed with his performance in the trailers, press releases, images, or whatever. You know, the biggest thing about Batman Begins, when Nolan took on the reboot, was they did their damnedest to convince everybody that they knew what they were doing, and they were making it realistic, and they really got on the greatest press junket I've ever seen to really convince bitter, cynical, you know, a little cautious Batman fans that, look, we're going to do the film justice. We know our talent. So I think that's exactly what Snyder, WB, Ben Affleck definitely has to do. Step their game up. You know, I personally don't think they delivered with Man of Steel. Very disappointing. I still not in Japan, so I have, this Friday it comes out, so I'll be watching it because I already bought the ticket, and hopefully watch it one more time. It'll change my mind. IMAX 3D, doubt it, but I'm very turned off actually by the Ben Affleck casting, and it's put a very, and the direction they want is an older Batman. You guys know the deal. It's very different than the idea I had in my mind of what the first meeting between Superman and Batman will be. But I'm still holding out and giving it some time, and just gonna give it a chance. If we can't replace Affleck, then, you know, let's just see what he can do. If he can't deliver in those trailers, do not see this movie. That's all I can say. That's the best advice. And the main reason for this, people will say, you're not going to make a difference, you're not going to do anything. You know what? If enough people actually try to stand their ground here, and it does get a negative reaction, guess what? Ben Affleck will not be back. Ben Affleck will not be directing that solo Batman movie. If they do see, it will basically get the Green Lantern effect, okay? If Green Lantern did great that opening weekend, #1 movie, but major drop off afterwards, okay? Major drop off. And Ryan Reynolds is nowhere to be heard anymore in terms of Green Lantern, okay? If that's basically what I think you have to focus on at this point. Give Matt David, give Ben Affleck a chance. Give him a chance. See if he can do it. If not, do not support the movie. Do not go see it. Do not pay for a ticket. You could watch it a different way, but do not legally pay for a ticket. Do not give the studios your money, and you know that will show them what it means. That's the only voice you really have sometimes, because sometimes this fan moaning and complaining online, it's not enough for them. You know, and if to be fair, if studios always listen to the complaints of the fandom, we would never actually have a movie, because every fan is very different. So, yeah, that's all I can say then. It's just, you know, let's give him a chance. If he doesn't impress, I'll be the first to tell you what I think of the trailer and what I think of his impression, and if I'm going to be in line, if I'm buying those advanced tickets. You know, I'm barely interested in seeing the movie anyways at this point, and with Japan, the movie's coming out 3 months late, you know, whatever, right? So, that's the best advice I can give for those of you that are not happy about the decision. We can't change what's already been done. All we can do is try and steer it in the right direction. But let's give, I almost said Matt Damon again, let's give Ben Affleck a chance and try to get some sleep. And let's not have it stress us out, and give him a chance. If not, he will feel the wrath of the Bat fans. All right, till next time.